The new stand-up comedy special, Unspeakable Things, raced to the top of the Netflix rankings just as soon as it was released last week. That hit is just the latest this year for Leanne Morgan, the beloved comedian with an unmistakable accent whose overnight success has been decades in the making. The pride of Adams, Tennessee, a farming town along the Kentucky border, Morgan combines Southern charm with hilariously relatable stories about her life as a wife, mother, and now grandmother. This year of Leanne also includes the premiere of her surprise mega-hit Netflix sitcom, Leanne, and a scene-stealing movie role with Reese Witherspoon and Will Ferrell. Leanne and I got together in New York the other day for a Sunday Sitdown.
I look out in that audience and I think I'd be best friends with everyone. I think we'd all go to jazzercise. We would all do a Bible study. I wouldn't do my homework, but I would cheat off of them. They've done this for me. These fans of mine want to see me win.
Leanne Morgan officially is on a winning streak.
You've got a second season of your show coming up. You just wrapped this tour that lasts 2.5 years. You've got so much going on.
It's like a whirlwind, my darling. And I thought I would be younger and thinner when this happened, but that's okay.
The 60-year-old Morgan has been charming audiences for decades. It's just that now those audiences are bigger, much bigger.
There was no kiss, just the smacking of my thighs as I ran from the car.
Her series, Leanne, created alongside famed producer Chuck Lorre, has been a smash hit this year for Netflix, with a second season already in the works.
Was that experience, because it's so different from what you've done, was that a little scary to step in there?
Willie, I was scared out of my mind.
I got that recipe from Southern Living. It's not even mine. I'm a fraud.
Episode 6, something clicked then, where I certainly didn't think I was, a pro, but I thought, okay, maybe I can do this. You don't have to pack your bags.
When Leanne becomes a hit and you're seeing the streaming numbers, are you surprised by that?
I was thrilled. And Jerry Seinfeld called me the day it came out and said, you have a sitcom with your name on it, which is unheard of. And you think, he goes, you're in there with Bob Newhart, Mary Tyler Moore, Lucille Ball.
The long road to stardom began for Morgan in small-town Tennessee. Her parents were farmers, but somehow Leanne knew she was destined for show business.
I was in one play in my little bitty country sweet high school. I tried out for Stupefying Jones in Little Abner. She was the sex symbol. It was a bathing suit with pantyhose underneath it. And I really, honest to goodness, in my 17-year-old mind, I thought, this is the beginning. Stupefying Jones in this tiny theater with 100 people. And my little daddy said, you didn't have a line. You just gyrated in front of people that we go to church with.
But in your mind, a star is born.
A star is born. I did.
Morgan graduated from the University of Tennessee and married Chuck, who she always calls Chuck Morgan. After their first child was born, Leanne sold jewelry at home parties, a side hustle that proved to be a turning point.
The seeds were being planted for your comedy career, weren't they, in those living rooms?
Yes. I was supposed to be talking about the jewelry and how you can put a clip earring on a pump to change the look of your shoe, that kind of thing. I was talking about having hemorrhoids, breastfeeding, Chuck Morgan not hearing the baby cry in the night, all that kind of stuff, and that was my first material. People would say you need to be a stand-up.
Morgan took their advice, booking gigs at comedy clubs and open mics at night, while raising her 3 children during the day.
I was not the hip, edgy, comedian, so there was a lot of no's, a lot of heartbreak. So I had to cut out a different path. Anywhere somebody let me on stage, I did it. But I always felt like I was on the outside because Comedy Central, I would audition for Just for Laughs, all those things, and I wouldn't get it. I just felt like I was never one of the cool kids.
Was there ever a time along the way where you said, I gave it my best shot, I'm going to put that away?
I went out to dinner with Chuck Morgan, and I cried and said, I don't think anything's going to happen. I said, I want to open a hardware store.
At 54, she threw one last Hail Mary, hiring a pair of social media experts who posted a clip of her comedy that would change her life.
Have y'all been to concerts lately with old people? Every once in a while, somebody would stand up and then they'd sit back down. It went like gangbusters. Clubs started calling all over the United States saying, we need to get Leanne Morgan here. Now, 6 months before that, they were like, she's sweet, she doesn't get drunk, fight in the parking lot, but we're not having her back. She cannot sell tickets. And I would be so hurt. And then, honey, start selling out all over the United States.
Those sold-out shows caught the eye of Netflix.
I said, excuse me, but I stay in my gown until the 3rd hour of the Today Show.
And then of Reese Witherspoon, who cast her in this year's comedy, You're Cordially Invited.
And I've had to get off the sugar for this wedding. I've been on a cleanse for 3 days. I'm weak as water.
Leanne's new special, Unspeakable Things, is a #1 hit for Netflix.
I said, baby, I didn't pay attention in school. Is there anything you'd like to know about Young and the Restless? I'm a mama and a grandmama, you know. I like to talk about my kids and their daddy. He gives me a lot of material.
Yes, he
Chuck
does.
Morgan does. I don't know what it is about Chuck Morgan in a hotel room.
He's really the headliner in this special.
And he's getting a big head over it.
Is he really?
Yeah, he is. And people ask me, is Chuck here? I go, no, he needs to keep working. Y'all could be home watching baseball, but you're going to have to hear about my fat breast and my retaining fluid.
You're talking about things that they don't hear other comedians talk about. In some ways, the fact that your material has matured into this stage of your life gives women all over the place someone to point to and relate to and say, yes.
I know, isn't that a blessing?
Yeah.
And I look back on it and I think it was wonderful time, and I got to raise these children. I've got this full life I can talk about, and that's what people are relating to.
People who watch you, they say, oh, maybe I ought to go chase the thing I've
that
always
thing.
wanted to do, right?
Yeah.
It's not too late in some ways, right?
I feel like I'm the best I've ever been in my job right now. And so I do think that all this stuff, like things end at 40 or something, I don't even know what in the world to say to that. That's crazy. I tell my children every day, do what y'all want to do that makes you happy, because you don't want to regret that.
Yes, she is just as great as you think she is. Leanne's special, Unspeakable Things, is streaming now on Netflix, along with her hit series, Leanne. And keep your eyes peeled for a big tour coming next year. Our thanks to Electric Shuffle in New York for hosting our conversation. Don't forget to subscribe to the Sunday Sitdown podcast to hear the full extended interview with Leanne Morgan, including her big splurge during this banner year. Think Costco. You can find our conversation wherever you get your podcasts, or just scan that QR code right there on the screen.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC, or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.